Why has Afghanistan, a seemingly small and rugged country, remained unconquered throughout history? To answer this question, we must delve into the fascinating history of this landlocked nation. The story starts around 2,500 years ago, when the Persian Empire was the first to attempt to conquer Afghanistan. Despite their vast resources and military might, they met with fierce resistance from the Afghan tribes. Much like the rugged terrain they inhabited, these tribes were hardy and unyielding. Fast forward to the year 330 BCE. Alexander the Great, a name synonymous with conquest, turned his sights to Afghanistan. While he did manage to establish control over some regions, the constant rebellions and guerrilla warfare from the tribes made it impossible for him to fully subdue the country. In the Middle Ages, Genghis Khan and his Mongol horde swept across Asia, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. Yet when they reached Afghanistan, they too faced a stubborn resistance that blunted their onslaught. The Afghans' knowledge of their terrain and their guerrilla tactics proved to be a formidable defense against the Mongols' brute force. The British Empire, at the height of its power in the 19th century, also sought to bring Afghanistan under its control. They waged 3 wars, known as the Anglo-Afghan Wars, over a period of 80 years. Despite their technological superiority and vast resources, they too were unable to conquer Afghanistan. The 20th century saw the Soviet Union invade Afghanistan. They hoped to establish a friendly government and spread their influence in the region. However, they were met with fierce resistance from the Mujahideen, who were backed by several Western nations. After a decade of bloody conflict, the Soviets withdrew, leaving Afghanistan once more unconquered. More recently, in the early 21st century, the United States led a coalition of nations into Afghanistan following the attacks on September 11th. Despite their overwhelming military power, they too faced a protracted insurgency that has made it impossible to establish lasting control over the country. So what makes Afghanistan unconquerable? One might say it's the rugged terrain which provides a natural defense against invaders. Or perhaps it's the fiercely independent spirit of the Afghan people, who have shown time and again that they will resist any foreign power that seeks to control them. Or maybe it's the combination of both. In summary, Afghanistan's history is a tale of resilience and resistance. From the Persian Empire to the United States, many have tried to conquer this rugged land, but all have ultimately failed. The reasons are many: the challenging terrain, the resilient people, the complex tribal dynamics, and the constant foreign interference. But perhaps the most important lesson to take away from this is that Afghanistan, despite its many challenges, remains a land unconquered.